Hey, what's up, everybody? Yo, DC video. Just gonna wait for Blabac to hop in here. See if I see him on here. Hey, what's up, Blair? What's up, Mr. Strobeck? Hope you're doing good over there in New York City, man. Lockdown's nuts. What's up, Chili? Russia in the house. We're just waiting for Blabac to get in here. Let me see if I can see. Let me look and see if he, oh, there he is. We got the DC video back there.
Hello.
Yo, there's Mike Blabac. For y'all that don't know, I'm Josh Kayla.
I was wondering if you were gonna let me come in there.
Yeah, it was hard to find. There's a bunch of requests, you know?
Yeah. Oh, like
Yeah.
request?
Hey, look at this, Blaze, real quick. Look what I broke out.
I have not seen that in a minute.
Man, I got the goodies. I got the Agents of Change, the Blabac photo book,
Wow.
the Kayla's Blabac book. Yeah, so what's up?
Nothing. Just sitting here having coffee. I was just chatting with Noah, so sorry I'm a minute late to my own party.
Oh, that's what's up. And then shout out everybody tuning in. Yeah, I guess. Oh my God, let me see that little teacup again. What is that? What, is that a little? What is that?
It's an espresso cup.
Let me see it.
There you go.
Oh my! We can do the little pinky.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. So you're down here in Southern California, right?
I am.
Okay, I'm up here in Michigan right now. So yeah, I think we got questions from people tuning in that came from Instagram.
I see Bills thinks that my little cup is funny too.
Yeah. And we also at the end of this, or sometime throughout this video, we're gonna let people know where they can get this this Kayla's Blabac book that we're going to donate all the proceeds to the Red Cross, right?
Yeah, the American Red Cross, and it goes to coronavirus relief. So there's only 25 available, and it's in my shop. The link is in my bio. So it's just blaybackshop.com, and there's 25 of them.
All right. Well, we can continue to talk about that throughout this whole thing.
You know what? We may.
Yeah. Right on. Oh my God, the espresso cup is killing me.
I'll be done soon.
No, I wish
It's better if I don't. I mean, it's better if I do drink it than if I don't. You know me with no coffee. It's bad.
Oh man. Well, I got little ones over here in my mini fridge. But they're not as badass as the little teacup coffee cup. Yeah. So, we got a couple questions here. I don't know, which one should we go through first? Do you have you got your camera gear in front of you right now?
I got some of it sitting here. Why? What's the question?
Actually, here's one from _ GUTXI. He asked, Blabac, do you always bring your lenses, or do you know in advance how you're going to be shooting?
I mean, I don't want to say I never know what I'm doing, but I never know how something's going to look. So I always bring everything. I mean, not everything, but like I don't show up with just a fisheye lens. Let's just say that. So, or a long lens or whatever, so I like try and bring everything, like flashes, you name it. So kind of always have. So, because I never know what I'm going to get into. That's skateboarding. Yeah.
Unless it's something just completely pre-planned.
Yeah, but even then, shit changes. So, um, it might look better long lens, or you might say like, let's go over here and do this, and then I gotta be ready for that. So,
That's what's up, man. All right. What else we got? Do you got a favorite skate video?
I mean, I don't know. It's like you were saying the other day when you were picking your 10 favorite video parts of all time. I mean, if one comes to mind is just video days, blind video, like
Yeah,
just
that's a good
pops
one.
into my head. That's probably one that would, come right into my head.
Yeah, I can't pick a best video. I only have best video parts,
Yeah.
Yeah, just a single video is really hard. It's really
I
hard.
mean, video days for me from start to finish is like pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Or
yeah.
Tim and Henry's promo.
Yeah. Like, I mean, dude, yeah, there's so many. It's insane. So,
Yeah, that one's so smooth. All right. Here's one from Old Dirty Tom. He says, if you could choose one skate spot to never go back to, which one would it be?
me?
By both of us.
I don't know. I mean, any manual pad is what I would say.
Yeah, yeah, maybe manual pad for me too.
Any
Nah,
manual pad anywhere in the world. That would be my answer.
dude, just last year I was in Philly and they took me to this. It's like a three stair and there was a little handrail in the way, and they pre-cut the handrail. So what they did was they just lifted it all the way up so you could skate the three stair, and it was like on somebody's stoop.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, 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 no one lives in the house anymore. So it was cool. So they were sitting there trying to yank this thing up, and it was in North Philly, and it was a pretty rough part of town. And dude, the neighborhood came out, and they made us pay to fix the rail. Like, nah, you got to go to the ATM machine, and it was like hands down by the waist and the whole nine. And I was like, oh my god, all right, I'm never going back to that spot. That's for sure.
That would be a good spot never to go
Yeah.
back.
Apparently, there was like a homeless dude that was living in that building, and they were like sticking up for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, generally speaking, skating people's houses, they get a little bummed.
Yeah.
So, and in North Philly, even worse of an idea. So,
Yeah, I mean, you can come through with as much respect as you want, but if they're not having it, that's it. Mhm.
nope.
All right, what else we got? We got from Shart Simpson. Shout out Shart. What Kayla's photo took the longest to shoot?
I mean, I would say the taxi cab.
Dude, that's what I have too. Look, where's it at?
You wrote yours
Taxi.
down.
Taxi.
Well, just because it took me so damn long to light that thing up and to make it look natural, like, so sometimes you have to use even more lights to make things look natural than not, so if I use like one flash from the side, it wouldn't look as natural if I used,
Here, let me
there's
find.
flashes in the cab.
I'm gonna find the photo that we're talking about in this book, because honestly, doing the back nose blunt on the cab itself was super hard.
Oh, yeah, because the trunk.
Yeah, that photo right there.
Yeah.
Because the way the trunk slopes, and then remember I had to like jam something in there because when you press the trunk down, your wheel would get locked up on that thing.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that one was harsh, but it worked out though.
It did work out.
And you remember where that came from? It was like, I think you and I were driving around downtown LA trying to think of an ad to shoot.
Yeah.
And even though we were in LA, my brain was stuck in Chicago thinking about all the taxi cabs that park next to these tall curbs. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I just want back nose one taxi. And what was it, a year or 2 years later or something like that?
It was about a year or so later, yeah.
We pulled that one together. It was like a fully rented cab that didn't have an engine in it. And
It was.
yeah, I mean, it went from just an idea to reality. Same with the nose blunt on on the
Yeah.
white car, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, that one was dope because it was funny driving around Chicago, trying to remember where the spot we had picked out almost like 7 or 8 months previously, trying to find the spot and then parking it. You know what I mean? Everyone around there was cool with us doing it, and like it was sick. Chicago's, I mean, just in general is fun. So
This one here.
yeah.
Yeah, and what a lot of people don't know is, so I thought this was a higher ledge. So when we pulled the car up, it was actually really tall still. So we aired out the tires. I got the homies in the back seat.
Me too.
And then down this alleyway, remember there was like a 200-foot or 200-pound log.
Yes.
100 and some pound log, and we drug it all the way down and put it in the trunk. And I mean, it was difficult. It was hard to do. Like, yeah, it was crazy, but yeah, that was pretty fun though. Dang, just stories that people don't really they don't, you know what I mean? Like, actually, I even got that car up here in Michigan, drove it down to Chicago. I didn't even know if it was gonna make it. I think that car was like $1,500, and then I had to like put $1,500 into brakes, tires, all kinds of shit just to make that thing get down to Chicago.
It was dope to drive around Chicago in, though.
It was for sure.
Yeah.
And then we did the giveaway. We did the event up here when the S shoe dropped and people skated on it. It was like a best trick contest for.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't make it. No, you were. No, you
I
didn't
was
make
there.
it. Yeah, you
I
were.
was there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we went there and then went straight to Japan from there.
That's right.
I came here and then went there. Yeah, so
Like
that
the
was in
day
February.
after
Yes.
for the Beams double tongue release.
Yep.
Dang, I wish I had a pair of those right here. I don't though. Got a lot of other stuff, but all right. Let's see what else we got. For both of us, current setup, Blabac camera, and my board.
You first.
Me first?
Yeah.
All right, let me go get it. This is my quarantine. This is my quarantine skate setup right here. It's my garage converted into. All right, so here's what I got. Current setup is a Stevie 7.8 DGK, some Thunder titanium, some DGK 50mm wheels with some bone Swiss bearings. I think this is just some new Jessup grip that they got. And then the shoe setup today is the Kayla's Light. And sometimes it's this Volk over here, or the S, or that Volk. You know, these ones I haven't skated in yet. They're all black Volks. Colorway that I did a giveaway on, and somebody this dude in the medical industry won the giveaway, and so I got to send those out. All right, your turn. What's your setup?
I mean, this is just some stuff. These are two, let me see how this works. So this is just a couple bags of stuff, and they are Nikon, let me see here, Nikon D850s. I have a few of them, and then mostly been using a fisheye lens, and then just a few prime lenses like this thing. And so, yeah, I mean, but usually like when I go skating, it's just one bag. So just two flashes, a few lenses, like kind of the same setup that I've been running, for skating for years. Like just fisheye, couple lenses, a few flashes, and that's it. When I'm home, it gets a little more complicated. Like I have pro photo strobes and C stands and just stuff that doesn't lend itself to skateboarding sometimes. But trips, that's my kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess this is for both of us too. This comes from Mariano Gliardo. Any stories from Chicago or Uprise?
I mean, I don't really. I love going there. I love the way the city looks. I mean, it's just can't wait to get back there. So I don't really have any specific stories. Just from going there, ever since I was a kid, I would drive when I used to live in Lansing. Growing up, I would drive there to skate. And then since I lived in California and worked for DC, I mean, most of the time, even when you were filming for like the workshop video or the DC video, I'd just fly out there. Like 2007 was when that, like I shot that nose grind 180 photo with the Uprise shirt. Um, but yeah, just going there and hanging out at Uprise and just skating the city. I mean, that's no real specific stories. It's just dope. I love going to Chicago.
Yeah, me too, man. It's one of my favorite cities for sure. I got Chicago stories for days. Um, I mean, I rented a room in Chicago. We called it the Skate Loft, and I had a
Oh
room
yeah.
in there. I had a room in there for years, dude. And it was only like $150 a month, and it was inside a 5,000 square foot loft above from where Uprise started. But it was the skate loft. Skaters all the way from like Jesse Newhouse used to live in there, and I think it was in the skate family for 20 years or something like that, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, I remember I used to stay there.
Yeah, yeah, it was awesome,
Like
man.
back in the day.
And my room was the only room that had an air conditioner because I put the air conditioner in the window,
Yeah.
because it gets hot in the summer, man. But yeah, dude, I remember we were skating Art Institute in Chicago long time ago, and I mean, you always had to have eyes in the back of your head when it came to like looking for cops coming after you anywhere in Chicago back in the 90s. And dude, there was about 30 to 50 cops bum rushed that place. And when we came running out past the bushes and up the stairs, and there were security guards lined up across the sidewalk, and all the skaters blasted through them. And it was just like skateboarders everywhere in the whole city, and they had an APB out on skateboarders, and everyone's jumping in taxi cabs, and dude, it was crazy. I don't think they got one person either.
That's
50
usually how it
cops,
happens, even at
50
levels.
cops, 30 cops, I don't know, 20 some skaters, and they didn't get one person. But it was pretty good. All right, what else we got over here? Um, hey, how long you been with DC Shoes now?
21 years since '99.
Wow.
I mean, I started there in I think March or something of '99.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What was the first ad you shot?
I shot a few before I worked there. So I think like actual the first ad I shot was a Huff ad. It was a kickflip in downtown LA, and then I shot a couple of Rick and Mike and Rudy actually, and then Ballard was the photographer at the time, and he moved on to skateboarder, and then that's when I started working for DC, and that was when I think you already had samples of your shoe, and I just remember Ken being like, "You're going to Philly," so that's when I'd go to Philly and like sleep on your and Stevie's couch.
Yeah, on Fairmont Street.
Yep.
Man, 15th and
Yeah.
Fairmont. You should see that neighborhood now. It's crazy. There's like a Whole Foods over there and
I was
stuff.
gonna say there's probably Whole Foods there.
Yeah, I remember. You remember Prince's Bar across the street?
Yeah, yeah.
Get 2 in the morning French fries and bring them over.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. What else we got? Uh, here's an interesting one from at ONNI_AIT. Will there be another place like Love Park with the same amount of cultural influence? I'll
I
start with
mean,
this one.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think yes, there will be. I think currently there is movements going on right now. Like Muni, Pulaski is still, making all the moves over there. I think Machba in Barcelona is a big one right now. Yeah, I mean, to me, Embarcadero was like the beginning of it all, of these
Yeah.
kind of plasma movements, in San Francisco. But one that has the direct impact that Love Park has, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, to me, like all the ones that you mentioned, and then there's, I mean, Muni comes to mind, obviously. Um, like moving forward, like if anyone will have that kind of influence, just because I mean, it's crazy. It's right across the street. It literally reminds me so much of going to Love when I go out there to skate, because you just go there and post up, and that's it. And there's not really been a lot of other places like that. I remember when I lived in San Francisco, the pier was like that as well. You
Yeah.
just go and like sit at the pier, and dudes are playing dice and like smoking and hanging out and skating all day and filming lines. And Muni's the same thing. You just kick it and just hang out all day and wait for shit to happen and just skate. Sick.
Which is funny because the pier was right across the street from Embarcadero.
Yeah, well, because Embarcadero you got booted from, and then they built the pier, so then kind of everyone just sort of migrated across the street because it was the new shit to skate. So
Yeah, and it looks like Embarcadero has there's like a comeback right now.
dude, it's so
And across the street is the island. Shout out all the island mob. You know what I mean?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's so. So I
that's
mean,
what's
I
up.
think any city that has places like that stuff with the island, and now that people are skating Embarcadero again, and Muni and Philly and Pulaski, and it's dope.
Yeah.
Which I've never been to DC to skate, so
Oh, you've never been there?
I've never been there.
Oh, you'll love it, dude. Like all the guys down. Shout out all the guys at Pulaski Park. They really hold it down. Did you see the new stuff that came out of Thrasher over there?
I did. It's
Plaza
amazing.
Station.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sick.
I think they got more plazas coming too, not just the Pulaski, but there's more videos. All right, what else we got? This comes from Corolla Creep 86. Were y'all ever robbed while getting pictures at Love Park?
Nope.
No, me neither. I
No.
remember, I remember, I remember you and I were there one time, and we heard the flash mob was on their way.
Oh yeah.
We packed up and headed out.
I wasn't even sure what that was at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, the flash mob. Yeah.
But no, I mean, knock on wood, I always try and look around, and I mean, traveling in places like Parsi and cities, you're careful with your shit. So
Yeah. Hey, this guy just asked me, did I try anything else on that taxi? No. It was that night was pretty chaotic, and it took me a long time to actually land that back nose lamp. So once we landed it and made sure that we had the photo, I was close.
yeah, no, I mean that and the gas station was open at like it was hectic for sure.
Oh yeah, the gas station was open. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was hella hectic.
Mm. Let's see. Should I go paper or should I go comments?
I whichever, I don't know. I can't pay attention to the comments coming up, but whatever you want.
Yeah, I haven't. I'd have to scroll look through some of these comments. Let's see. I'm confused. I got paper questions and comment questions. All right, let's see. Kayla, are there any blueprints for Love Park, say for someone to recreate? And this comes from X Dave Triple OX. Yeah, I think they do have blueprints. I want to say maybe the guys in Philly have a group called Skate Philly. Maybe they might have the old blueprints of it, and they have every tile and ledge and everything from Love. So hopefully they do get that rebuilt. I know they were trying to they were trying to find a place to get it done. So I mean, they could send me all that stuff, Blaze. I'll build that right here in my backyard.
Just in Michigan.
Yeah.
You got enough property, just throw that shit up.
Man, I wish. Wifey wouldn't have it though. She'd be like, "Nah, no."
You
I
might
could
have
build
enough
it.
people at
I
your
could
house.
build a. I could build a super mini one in my little think tank I got going on here.
Yeah, just put a can in there and.
I did, dude. Did you see the little bumpy can I made a couple weeks ago?
Yes, I did.
Hey, so in case there's like some new people on, this Kayla's Blabac book that Mike and I, in DC, did a few months ago. How long have you and I been shooting, Blaze? It's right here, right? Look.
We're going to sound. Yeah, a long time.
Since 1989.
Yeah.
Is when you and I first shot photos.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is like a book that just has a ton of work that Mike and I did together. Some stuff you've seen, some stuff is more behind the scenes. Just from all the years of both of us being at DC Shoes, really. And it was not available for sale, but actually now, 25 of them on your web store, and all proceeds are going to Red Cross,
Yeah,
coronavirus?
the American Red Cross.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want this book, is the link in your bio or something?
It is. It's just Blabac Shop. So it's BLABAC Shop. But it's in my bio to make it simple. Because most people don't know how to spell my last name. So.
And shout out DC for that, man, because, it's for a good cause. Look, there's Throwback right there. Try to help out some of these folks that are working in this coronavirus. Oh, geez. How did this one get in here, Bliss?
I liked it. I mean, it is a photo book, so sorry. I had to put a couple X-Band photos in there.
Look, this photo, that's Mouse, right?
It is.
So when we were originally filming this video, the DC video that came out in 2004, right?
2003.
2003. He was originally filming it, and he was filming it in some type of film. What kind of film was he filming
it? He filmed a lot of stuff in 16 millimeter.
Yeah, and we filmed probably a quarter of the video, I would guess. A quarter of it in 16 mil, and then they just switched it. I don't know what happened. They switched it, and it just went to, regular HD stuff. So I wonder what happened to all that footage.
I don't know. That's a question for Mouse and Greg Hunt. I mean, I think some of it did get used, right?
I don't know. I mean, I
only kept track of the photos.
So like for example, that back tail, this one, that was in a line. But look, there's Pahowski. But yeah, and then another one, I think the back nose blunt on the table. Sorry if I'm jumping the camera around or whatever. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we should talk about this photo real quick. How'd that come about?
Because we was filming the Gymkhana 5, one of the Ken Block videos in San Francisco, and you were at NSF at the time filming for DGK, and it was just, I knew that we were gonna have the bridge permitted, so we had to go to Treasure Island at like 4:30 in the morning before the sun came up, and then remember I just scoped it out because we had it for 4 different intervals of like 4 minutes. So the first time I scoped it out, and then the second time we went up, and then just everyone went one direction and we kind of ran the other direction with no one on the bridge. Remember yelling at the cop and getting him out of the way, and just we had a few minutes to shoot that photo.
Yeah, I remember. It was like, all right, get out of the van. It was like, get out of the van. I was like, okay, by that time it was like 5:30 or 6 in the morning. It was cold. Yeah, and I don't know if people watching this know, but man, your legs and ankles and everything are just tired and sore. And it was like, all right, try kickflip, push. I gotta slap you. I gotta slap you the bridge. Like it slapped me and just so stiff, and you know what I mean. But man, that was cool. You know.
Yep, I know. I got the slappy. I just found the photo recently of you pushing down the center lane, kickflip. Like, so we managed to get all the stuff, but it's crazy because the grooves on the top deck of the bridge
Yeah,
are hella hard
they're
to skate.
big. Yeah,
Yeah.
the grooves on that bridge are big. Yeah.
Remember how it like moved around too when we were standing on it? It was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean, it was
Hey,
dope being up there, but it was I don't like heights, so I was not too hyped being on it.
Uprise Skate Shop, shout out Uprise. They chimed in. They're saying, what happens to a $100,000 car when left out on Milwaukee Avenue overnight? Man, because you know, where that loft is, you have to park in the street, and I would park my car. Nice, you know, I had a nice car, and man, my mirrors would get kicked off all the time. It almost seemed like every night. I wake up,
Just
look out the
cause.
window, and then bang, like the mirror would just be hanging. So that was a bummer. All right, what else we got?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, let's find. Man, I haven't even really been looking at the Have you been looking at comments at all?
No, I'm not too good. I can only pay attention to one thing at a time. So,
All right, I went through those. Let me check this page. Yeah. And Uprise says, but when you're gone, we were cooling in your room. Yeah, because I told you about the air conditioner, right? Yeah. Kayla, what's the one trick that got away? Like flip. Well, if I was shooting with Blaze, most of them didn't go away because he'd capture it. But as far as like landing all four wheels and totally riding away, the nollie down the Love Fountain didn't make that. No photo ever came out of that, but I tried to nollie the fountain. And Mike, was that you and I shooting the back nose blunt nollie heel in San Francisco?
yes.
That one got away too.
Yep, that
Yeah.
one was close.
Kept landing 1 foot, just couldn't. I just couldn't. And luckily, you weren't shooting rolls of film. You were already on digital because, boy,
Yes.
I might have broke the record for the amount of rolls of film.
I don't know. I've gone through a lot before, so.
Man. Oh, and for me, it was the half cab flip at the Brooklyn Banks was another one that I landed on, but I never made it, and it got away. So, yeah.
What
And,
about the switch tray over the can? Did you?
oh, switch tray over the can went away too. But shout out
Yeah.
Kevin Billieu in Philly because he
Yes.
did it. He did it
He,
good.
he did.
Oh yeah, he did. All right, so here's another one from 96 Prius. Best fakie 5.0 you've ever done. And I'll add to that, best fakie 5.0 you've ever shot, Blaze. I don't know.
Well, that's a tough question. I mean, I can think of one to Tiago that I shot in LA, but no like super famous one that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Like, unless you can think of one. Sometimes you're better at shit like that than me, but.
I mean, my personal favorite fakie 5.0 was the one off the 3-stair ledge at Love.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason for that is because I remember watching this footage of Brian Wenning switchback tail, big spin on that thing, and it looked so good it was long lens and there was like the fountain in the background, people everywhere. And I was just like, damn. So I had, I think it was RB maybe, filmed my fakie 5.0, and I was like, can you film it long lens, you know? Kind of like how Wenning switchback tail film. But didn't you shoot that? Did you shoot that? My
I
fakie
did.
5.0? You
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
I think it's in this book. Hold on. Let me see if we can find it. Is it in this book?
I think so.
Oh, this was a fun night right here, though.
That was in Barcelona, right?
Yep. And
Yeah.
remember, it was you, me, and PJ Ladd went out that.
Yes.
No filmer. It was raining. The ground's kind of wet.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was just, yeah, that was fun. That was a fun night.
That was a fun night. It was fun to just fly to Philly for the day to shoot that. It was insane.
Yeah. That was another one of those, oh, you filmed that trick? I'm coming to shoot it, and so I ended up having to do it again. What was I looking for? Fakey 50? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is right there. Page 43. Is this cool or lame when I'm flipping through the book like this?
That's great. I mean,
Is it?
I
Which does,
mean,
for anyone that
it's
might have
Instagram
just
Live. It doesn't
hopped
matter.
on, yeah, anyone that just hopped on, this book is actually available on Blabac's website, and all the proceeds are going to the Red Cross. What was the rest of it? Coronavirus bit?
Yeah, it just goes to coronavirus relief, the American Red Cross. So
Yeah. There it is. The Fakey 50 on the 3-star. Yeah. So, yeah. All right, so that's all the paper questions I got. So
let me
maybe we
scroll
should
through some.
hit up some of these comments.
Oh, there's Heavyset.
Who?
Uprise. How many times did you take a limo from Chicago to Grand Rapids?
I did take a limo to Chicago to Grand Rapids a lot, dude. Not a lot, but listen.
I never knew
Let me
that.
tell you why. Let me tell you why, though. Because the flights were always like $300 plus. When you drive your own, it's only a 20-minute flight, but it's like 300 and some dollars. Then you got to take a $50 taxi. I mean, you could take the subway from the airport, but nevertheless, driving there, parking, everything costs $300 plus to get to Chicago from Grand Rapids. If you're going to stay there and keep a car there, $250, you could take a limo down, and that's what I did a few times. I just take a limo down, $250.
It
Grand
just
Rapids to
sounds
Chicago.
absurd. When you explain it like that, it sounds better than what it sounds like.
Yeah, and a lot of times I would take Amtrak home because Amtrak was kind of a long ride, but it was cheap and it left in the evening. So, you could skate all day. So you take a limo down, skate for however many days you're going to be there, and then hop on the Amtrak at night and take Amtrak home. It was good.
I'm just
Yeah.
reading through these questions. Wick Photo asked, I see the Nikon stuff. Has Andy Kuno made you think about switching to mirrorless Sony? He has. I just haven't had time to check it out. I think he reached out to someone at Sony for me, but I'm kind of slow in changing. I mean, I've used Nikon stuff since I was a kid, so I'm sort of set in my ways, so to speak. But the Sony stuff looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to go
See,
through some of these too. Somebody said my speaker sounds messed up. Is that true?
that sounds fine to me. Maybe I think it's their problem.
Hey, shout out Chris
Sounds good to me.
Klimek on there. Yeah, he says, what's up? What's your favorite shoe to skate? Oh, man. I showed you. Let me show you the pile. I brought the pile out. So sometimes I've been skating the Volk. Sometimes I skate the OG. Sometimes I skate the S. Love skating the light. Actually, I currently have the light on my foot. Yeah. So I basically skate all of them. It just depends a lot of times on what I'm wearing or what the aesthetic of the spot, what goes better with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked, Jay Eva asked, what are the top 3 photos I've shot? That's always a really tough question. I mean, I think for me, just historically, the ones that, are kind of looked back on, yeah, that's tough. I mean, it would probably be Costin's Nose Blunt. On Hubba,
Check this out.
it would be, oh, yes, that.
This one?
Yes. So that, your tray flip would be another one. Um, and I mean, man, it's tough. It's tough to pick like three. What would you say? What are your three favorite photos that I've shot?
With me and you, or just in general?
Just in general. It could be
Uh,
like old stuff, new stuff, like anyone really, you know?
I don't know. Truthfully, I've really been liking this one. I just love the whole like that you can just see so much stuff, you know?
Yeah.
The Stevie, I have to hold on. Well, shit, is is this book still available?
Yes.
Is it real? Is it on your website too?
No, that book is available. I think it's on um, Amazon, and it is available at Powerhouse Arena. So it was published by Powerhouse in New York and Brooklyn, and it's available at their store, which is called Powerhouse Arena.
Look at Dirty.
Oh, so amazing.
Holy cow. Let's see. Oh, this one's a badass photo.
That
Yeah.
was such a nightmare to shoot. Shooting a team ad in the middle of the trade show in Long Beach was probably not the best idea.
Winning.
You know?
I think that's a pair of Kayla's ones that never came out, I don't think.
Yeah, that was in, I think, 99. So it would have been a sample of your shoe. It's crazy we didn't go down there at night too much. I think because we probably hung out during the day the whole entire time, but we didn't skate love at night too much.
Damn, look at that.
I think
That's
that was the
crazy.
same night as
Oh,
the wedding photo.
that's one of the photos I was looking for. That's one of my favorite photos that you've shot.
Yeah, that one's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that one's good.
I mean, just the trick is gnarly. I'm not saying I'm gnarly. I'm saying the trick is insane.
Yeah. Shout out, Steve. Oh, there's your whole kit right there, Blaze.
That is my whole kit. I mean, that book was made 10 years ago, so that was my kit 10 years ago. Or just sort of everything. I don't use the Sawzall anymore.
Jeez. Oh, I didn't even have to walk over there. There it is right there.
Yeah.
All right, what else? You keeping track of these questions?
I am not.
Let's see. Let's try to get another one in here. Somebody asked me when we'll see the red and blue Kalis OGs. I don't have a date. I don't have a date right now. Especially, this coronavirus thing kind of like slowed stuff up a little bit. So, hey, here you go. Here's one from Bryant Works, Blaze, for you. Hey, Mike, looking back in your career, what do you value the most looking back in your career?
I mean, just in general, I mean, it's not doing it anymore, but it's just, I think that just being able to like shoot stuff that people, I mean, like we're talking about photos, like you talked about Costin's nose blunt, or, the tray flip, like, the tray flip was 21 years ago. So I think making stuff that, like timeless stuff that is sort of a small brick in the wall of skateboarding, because it's fun to be a part of it and it's fun to be involved in skateboarding. So I think just for me, it's like fun to make stuff that people look at for many, many years, It's dope. It's dope to try and make stuff even now that will be looked back on years from now. Those are amazing.
Actually, you want to see something that's amazing?
Oh, you dug all kinds of shit up.
Dude, the Blabac. Dude.
Oh my God, those are amazing. I like that shoe.
What year did this come out?
That came out around the same time as that book that you were just looking at did. So 2009, I think. 2009 or 2010. So 10 years ago.
Crazy.
It is crazy that that was 10 years ago.
The Wolf.
Oh yeah, remember that.
This is an original,
That's,
not a reissue. But you wouldn't even be able to really tell the difference. Dang. What's it say? Can you or Mr. Blabac do tray flip? Can you tray flip, Blaze?
no. I mean, I was more of a heel flip dude. You're more of a
You
tray
were,
flip
huh?
guy, obviously, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, let me see what else we got here. Blabac Kayla's collab. I mean, we got this book right here that
We do have that one.
DC did with us, which is available right now in a limited quantity on Blabac's website, Blabac Photo, and the proceeds to it are going to the Red Cross coronavirus. However they do that. Shout out DC for lining that up. But yeah, I guess this would be a good. This is a good Blabac Kayla's collab right here, huh?
It is. I mean, it's 30 years of one.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it makes
Oh,
makes me feel a
speaking
little
of
old.
footage, like Mouse would have this footage.
He would. He was there and during that session.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was your ad for the truth, right?
it was. Yes. Yeah. All right, we got about, I don't know, 10 more minutes or so. Let's see if we can catch any new questions. Here you go, Blaze. How tough is it for new skate photographers to make a living these days with the mags going away?
I mean, it's definitely tougher. You know, it was a lot easier when there were like 5 or 6 magazines. And with that came people advertising them, you know? So, but I think that if you're like doing good work and you stand out, I mean, the most important thing is where you're at, unfortunately. You know, for me, when I lived in Michigan, had I stayed there, you know, at the time when I was a kid, it would have been tough for me to make it. But I moved to San Francisco, where that was, you know, the epicenter of skateboarding in the mid 90s. So it helped me get to where I was. So that's a big part of it too. You know, it's like kind of where you're at and who you're shooting. And, you know, with that, there'll be people that want to use the photos, you know, still. So it is certainly tougher though.
All right, here, I got one right here. This one's for both of us. Most gnarly Danny Way memory from yes.him. I know mine. I know my most gnarly Danny memory.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, I think
yeah.
for
Huh?
me, for me, I mean, I think it was, I mean, one that comes to mind is the rail, like just the session on the rail and like just him talking about the rail because I thought like the whole thing was absurd, you know, like doing like a 65-foot gap on a skateboard and going 40 miles. Like the whole thing was just crazy. And at the time, there was like the internet wasn't really a thing, and like what you know, no one really knew about it. So he was talking about the rail, and it was built just like anything else in skateboarding was. You know, like you're just kind of eyeing it out, and there's this uncapped piece of steel, and it was just the whole thing was so sketchy. And we were out in the middle of nowhere. There was no cell phone reception, and the first try, you know, trying to ollie, he kind of like didn't pop right, and just his board stuck in the end of the rail, and like thinking what that would do to a human, body is it would be so bad. So I mean, I just think that kind of stands out in my mind. Just thinking, it made me realize how truly dangerous everything that we were doing or he was doing was. I mean, I was just there shooting photos of it, but
I'm looking for the photo right now. I
oh
think it's
yeah,
in the book. Yeah,
it is in that book.
I'm looking for it. Oh, here it is. Page 194. Let's show that. I never got to watch him skate that big rail, you know?
It was crazy. It sounded insane because it was hollow, you know. Yeah, so that's him standing on the box that like held the rail with like a giant 2x4 to knock his board out of like his board stuck perfectly in the end of the rail. It was a trip and just
That's
shook
crazy.
there for a second. Yeah, it was insane.
Dude, my Danny Way memory was we were all out to dinner. It was like a DC Shoes dinner. And he was talking about doing what was he doing? A front side 540 on the mega ramp. And he was
Oh
like,
yeah.
what do you think about that, Kayla? And I was like, honestly, like I really don't care about it. Front side 540. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I don't care. And he's like, well, fuck, what do you want to see? What would you want to see? And I got a text message that said, made it, bitch. That was all I got to say. Danny Way, made it, bitch. And he was talking about the tray flip over the mega ramp, so that was pretty funny.
I do remember that. It's fun. It was so gnarly filming or shooting all that stuff. It was Greg and I pretty much by ourselves. And, you know, it was in the middle of nowhere in the desert, and we were in the middle of filming the DC video. And I'm like, dude, all these other like, you know, I got to be in LA with Ave, and like, you know, Ave was trying this trick. I think it was USC ledges, and him just being like, dude, what do you want to do? Fucking skate a ankle high ledge or fucking a 65 foot? You know what I mean? It was just, it was so insane. So I just remember that time of like always being in the desert and with Greg and I, because Greg and I were in every single session. We skated that thing when we were filming for the DC video. It was gnarly.
That's cool.
And just traveling and like it was crazy.
All right, let's see what else we got. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll to catch some questions. You seeing any right there?
No, I was
Oh,
just.
here's one for you from Crackspot Stories. He asked, "Hey Mike, what was your favorite film to shoot back in the day, Kodak or Fuji?"
I mean, Kodak Tri-X was probably my favorite, just because I grew up as a kid processing it and printing it. So Kodak, and then as probably skating, like I went through a phase where I'd shoot a ton of like high speed print film. Like, you know, even the photo I posted the other day of your back nose blunt at Pier 7, I was shot with like 1600 speed slide film, and I would like push, like I was just trying to get as much grain out of stuff as possible. So probably aside from Tri-X black and white, any like really ridiculously high speed, you know, film was what I used to use all the time.
That's what's up. All right, let's take a couple more of these, and then Wes Kramer's part's coming out on 4/20. That should be pretty good.
Imagine that.
Did you shoot a bunch of stuff for that?
I shot some of the stuff for that, yeah.
Oh, so you got what's some secret info on there?
I'm not I'm not telling. I actually haven't seen the part.
Yeah, but you
So
were there
guys, if you're
shooting some
watching,
of the tricks though. Like what's
I
up?
know, but I'm not gonna say.
4/20, huh? Oh, okay. Hey, before we do get out of here, let me let everyone know one more time that this book, because a few months ago when I was posting about it, this Kayla's Blabac book, you
It's
couldn't
gonna
get
be
it.
cleaner than yours.
What? Yeah, mine's
The ones
used
just
in
so
a
you know,
few.
the ones that you buy, they go to the American Red Cross for charity. They will be cleaner than the one that the copy you currently have there.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is how many years of you and I?
30 years. Well, 31 now, but the book is photos from 89 to 2019. So 89 in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Target curbs to 2019 in Chicago.
Well, that's what's up. Well, there's a few, I don't know, there's a limited amount over there on Blabac Photo website, links in his bio. And yeah, like he said, the proceeds of that book are going to help with the coronavirus. And I don't know if I see any more questions before we get out of here, but we're about an hour deep already. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Shout out Drake Jones and Jamie Thomas. Somebody just was asking if we had stories about them, but I got some long stories. We'll get into that next time.
You do. That's who I saw you with after. I mean, we skated together in Michigan when we were kids, but that's who you were with the first time I saw you in SF when I was working at the Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting on the ground eating pizza with Jamie when were you filming for the Invisible video at that time? It was 94. Yeah, that's what I thought. Someone asked me that yesterday.
No, Toy Machine.
Oh, so I blew it. I answered wrong yesterday. But yeah, that's when we shot that Switch Crook on Mini Hubba.
Yep, that was the Toy Machine days.
Yeah, Jamie was there that day.
And somebody is asking, is the truth coming back? I don't know.
You're asking two of the wrong dudes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. All right. Well. Oh shit! Now 43 shoe collector just said, "How did me and you meet?" Well, let's have that be the final question. How did you and I meet?
We met through skateboarding in Michigan. I mean, just like any skateboarding scene in the late 80s, it was hella small. So I think we may have met at a Modern Skate demo or something. And Sean Sheffy lived in Grand Rapids too. So I'd come down and skate with you guys.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember the first time we met. I just remember I remember like bits and pieces of maybe meeting you when I was young, but then I definitely remember when I was grounded for that crazy amount of time. And I got my dad to let me out, and that's where those photos in that book came from.
Yeah.
And it was cold as shit out. You remember that?
It was very cold.
I was wearing gloves and all, yeah, but I think I was grounded. Dude, I was grounded for weeks, dude, and he ended up letting me out to go do that. And I was like, it's probably the best thing. That was the best, you know?
Yeah, because you told him I worked at
life changer.
Yeah.
Life changer.
That's insane.
So, right on. Well, we'll get out of here. It's just about an hour right now. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Hopefully we got to all the questions. It's hard to read all these questions popping through. So apologies if we miss some. Shout out DC Shoes for giving us the platform to do it. And all these badass shoes that, you can get at all your local skate shops or online. Shout out to the Blabac books and for all he's done for skateboarding and especially with DC and for myself. Thank you for that. And yeah, I'm sure I'll talk to you soon, Mike.
You know what? You probably will. All right, see you, man.
See you guys.
Later.